Today, we're gonna be unboxing Deer Musk here, the new Zoologist fragrance, and go over the 3 of the newer release as well. We have the new Dodo, we have the new Rhinoceros, and the new Bat. These are the 3 newest reformulations in the brand. And as of what I know right now, Bat is no longer available. Rhinoceros and Dodo, the original version, should still be available, but the original Bat is gone, sadly. That's off my knowledge. You can check the website to find out the details. But yeah, let's jump into this. Yo, what's up guys? Timmy, welcome back to another video today. And today, of course, we have the Zoologist fragrances. Before we jump into those though, I want to make a quick public service announcement. I have found a fragrance YouTube channel that I want to share with you guys. It's a very awesome channel. I find them to be very knowledgeable. I learn a lot within every videos that I watch. It's very fun as well, good pacing, very fast. The editing is really good. The content is just really well made. You can tell that I put a lot of care into each videos. And for me personally, I don't watch a lot of fragrance content because I'm usually very busy, but at times I do come across really good channels. And in this channel's case, I would say is one of the best channels I've discovered in this year. So yeah, check her out down below, Clement CC Fragrances. Link below. All right, so let's jump into the fragrances. We're gonna go over the reformulations first. Let's start off with Rhinoceros. Now I have the original Rhinoceros right here. I do own all the original fragrances, original Bat, original Dodo. Rhinoceros here, the original one, comes across very aggressive. You get that rum, that leather, that tobacco at the forefront, just punching you in the face, 2, 3, whatever combination. I don't know boxing that well, but it's just completely annihilating your nose with every notes that it has. So being that it is that kind of a fragrance, it is a little bit harder to wear. A lot of people jumping in from designer world might not feel so comfortable wearing this kind of scent, so I can see maybe why they decided to reformulate this thing. But overall, as an artistic piece, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. It's definitely in the top 5 favorite zoologists for me. And as you guys know, I own pretty much almost all the zoologists at this point. So let's see if this new one stands up to the old one. All right, so what I noticed off the bat is that it's a much smoother fragrance. There are some similarities to the original, but I would say just very, very skewed. I would say that a lot of the similarities come from the notes. They have a lot of similar notes. Of course, there's still rum in here, there's still leather in here, there's still tobacco in here, but they're used in very different ways. This one comes across much more smooth, not as aggressive, more sweet in nature as well, with a touch of something animalic in the background. There's also some floral aspects in here very lightly. And if you smell it really close, it does come across slightly bit more powdery as well. A lot of these nuances are not super strong in the original Rhinoceros. Again, original Rhinoceros, very focused on that rum leather feeling. This one, a lot more smooth, sweeter, easier to pull off. Is it more interesting than the original Rhinoceros? I would say artistic-wise, uniqueness-wise, I still prefer the original. But if you're gonna go for wearability, practicality, this one is the better fragrance to grab. You're gonna end up using it more. The original Rhinoceros is an art piece. You're not gonna end up using it all too much, let's be honest. But yeah, this one is nice. I do like it. We're gonna come back around and do the dry down at the end of the video. So let's move on to the next fragrance. Next one right here, we have Bat. Yes, and the original Bat, I can't find it. It's somewhere in my collection, but the original Bat has this very rich, strong, earthy tones alongside some fruity notes. It really makes you feel like you're in a bat cave. There's some dampness in the air as well alongside those earthy, fruity notes. It is a very aggressive fragrance, and it is the strongest projecting fragrance in the whole Zoologist lineup. And for me, it is fantastic. I really like it. I just never put it on because I never have a good occasion to put it on. But again, as a piece of art to really open your nose and open your horizon when it comes to what's possible in fragrances, I would say the original Bat by Zoologist is gotta be one of those staple fragrances that you need to get your nose on. in order to just understand how far you can push perfumery past the point of just Aventus, Sauvage, Baccarat, Rouge 540. There's so much more possibilities, and smelling Bat by Zoologist or smelling any Zoologist fragrances are gonna open your eyes to that. So yeah, that's the original Bat. It has that big of an impact on me. I love it. So this is the new one. Oh man, it is polar opposite of the original Bat. This one is extremely wearable in comparison. It's like, it's not even the same fragrance. Of course, there's still some fruitiness that's in here. Oh yeah, there's some passion fruit, some fig. I'm reading the notes off here, guys. But yeah, it's very light touch of fruits. It's not at the forefront really. It's hiding behind some slight bit of mineralness, I guess. There's just a thin layer of salty mineral notes on top of the fruitiness. So you just get hints of fruit. It's a very subdued fragrance in comparison to the original. Now for me, is it better than the original off the opening? I would say as a wearable fragrance, absolutely. This one is one that you might pick up every now and then to wear. It is nice, it's still unique, I like it so far. Off the tester strip, and this is a problem with most tester strips, is that a fragrance can come across a little bit one-dimensional, especially softer fragrances. And for me, this one right now off the tester strip is coming off a bit one-dimensional. Like all I smell really is the soft touch of mineral notes and some slight fruits in the background. Maybe the other notes are just blended together so well, but that's maybe in the mids and the dry down. So we're gonna come back, circle back to this one. So far, I like the original Bat more. It makes more of an impact on me. This one smells nice, just not as hard-hitting as I want Zoologist fragrances to be, I guess, because I'm used to just that aggressiveness that Zoologist fragrances have, that when you smell it for the first time, it's like, yes, that is the habitat of that animal. I can actually imagine it being there. I can see it moving, eating, interacting with the habitats. That's how Zoologist fragrances come across to me, at least the very, very good ones, my favorite ones, that is. And the new Bat for me doesn't have that quite like the original one. Next, let's go over Dodo. Now, to be perfectly honest, I'm not super familiar with the original Dodo either, so I'm gonna spray both of them here. So the original one, very green, like green, citrus, fruity, juicy, is really nice, bright. Wow. Yeah, I like this a lot. Yeah, the original is really good. Now, let's see. All right, so in the new Dodo, they did something that's completely opposite of what they did with the new Rhinoceros and the new Bat, in that in the Rhinoceros and Bat fragrance, they toned down the fragrance a lot, makes it more wearable, makes it less aggressive, I guess more appealing to a lot of people. With Dodo, they seem to make it thicker, richer, more complex so far. Yeah, the green is much richer and it smells like you're just picking up a whole bunch of greens, vegetables at the market and just smelling it that close to your nose. That's how green it comes across to me. And it's quite an experience for sure. It's a far departure from the original, because the original here, you can smell like the bright, juicy aspect that comes with it right away. This new one though, just green, rich, giant basket of vegetables shoved into your face type of green. It has a little bit of an animalic touch to it as well. I think that's what's really adding to like the deepness of this fragrance, but wow. That to me is hard to pull off. I would say that a lot of people might shy away from the new Dodo, to be honest with you. I forgot the reason why they reformulated it, but the original Dodo for me, much more wearable, much more appealing. And for me, in terms of complexity, I would say right now off the opening, they have just different nuances. I think they're both equally as complex. It's just one is leaning way more niche and one is leaning slightly bit more appealing. So I don't have a true opinion on this one yet. We're gonna circle back to it. All right, now time to open Deer Musk here. I've been wanting this fragrance ever since I saw the picture of it. It's just such a beautiful box and a beautiful bottle. I don't normally buy limited edition Zoologist fragrances because they never intrigued me enough. Although I would love to have the limited edition boxes, I never felt like I had to have it. There's never like a true feeling of like, I need it, I need it, I need it until this one, because not only is the box different, but the bottle is also gorgeous. And right when I saw the picture, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna order that. It doesn't matter what it smells like, I don't care. So let's open it. All right, here we go. That's the box of Deer Musk, and the fragrance should sit right in there. There's a little bit of rattle, so I think it came loose, so I'm not gonna open it like that and just drop the bottle. That would be really tragic. So that's how it looks, opens up. Ah, that is amazing. That is a gorgeous Zoologist bottle. Take a moment to take this in, the magic of this bottle. It just looks so incredible. Sitting next to a regular Zoologist bottle, you can't even compare the level of beauty in this one right here. And wow, enough about the box and this bottle. Let's jump into the scent, shall we? I did not read any of the notes. I'm assuming there's musk in here, but I don't want to spoil myself. Wow. Wow, it's soft. Is powdery. Man, it's like a very dusty musk. It's just a really thick, cloudy dust of musk. And yeah, it also has a little bit of a freshness to it as well. So it's not a super heavy musk fragrance in any way. It doesn't come across animalic. Like I said, again, it's just very dusty, like a wall of dusty musk with something that's fresh to kind of offset that a little bit. I don't know what the freshness is actually. Let's read the notes. So top notes here, we have cardamom. Cardamom, that's it. Well, cardamom doesn't come across so much spicy as it is just fresh. It just kind of loosens up the fragrance a little bit, make the musk not so heavy, I guess. But there are some floral aspects in here as well. I mean, there's jasmine, there's orris in here. So yeah, quite a nice fragrance so far. I would say in terms of being a Zoologist fragrance, does it blow me away completely? I would say it doesn't super blow me away, but it is an easier to wear Zoologist fragrance. Does it sit in the top 10, top 5? I don't know yet, I haven't really worn this, but off of first impression so far, it is a very easy to wear musk fragrance. You can wear it pretty much all year round, except for maybe in the dead of heat. Besides that, you can wear this thing all year round. Very pleasant. I would say for those of you who's looking for a musk fragrance that you can wear anytime, that's a good one to go for right now. But yeah, we're gonna circle back to the dry down. So next, right here, we have the dry down now of Rhinoceros. Let's see how much this thing changes. Oh man, it's starting to open up a little bit more now, smelling a little bit more complex. I do still get a little bit of an animalic touch. I don't know what that is. There's oud in here. There's Laos oud or Laotian oud, which that's probably the thing that's giving off this little bit of an animalic touch. For me, I don't enjoy that too much. For some reason, it just comes across a little bit strange off this tester strip. Not my favorite for sure. I would say that for me, I'd probably pass on this one if I had a choice, which I don't because I'm a collector and I want to own all of them eventually. But if I did have a choice, I would probably skip this one, especially being a fan of the original Rhinoceros. This to me is so far off the left field. It's perfumed by a different perfumer, of course, and even though the notes are the same, it's just done in completely opposite ways. I'm not saying this is not a good fragrance. I'm just saying that if you love the original Rhinoceros and you like it for the same reasons I do, you might find this one a bit underwhelming in terms of the nuances that was in the original, and the Laotian oud in here. The animalic touch feels a little bit odd because that's not a super strong point in the original one. So that's my thoughts on it. So next is bad. Let's see how this one dries down. Man, it opens up a lot and it smells very pleasant. Now, this to me off of the dry down here is sweeter, it's fruitier, it's lighter. It's beautiful. It's coming across quite beautiful now. So it's not so one-dimensional anymore. There's layers to the sweetness, there's layers to the fruitiness, and it smells pretty. Yeah, I would say that. It smells pretty. Definitely unisex fragrance. Guy can wear it, girl can wear it. I honestly see it more on a girl than a guy, but yeah, it smells pretty. It actually reminds me a little bit of how sweetness is done in Hummingbird. Not the same fragrance, not the same smell, but the utilization of the sweetness is similar in a way to hummingbird. So smells good, very pleasant. If you wear this, I don't think you'll get any complaints from anyone around you. You might even get some compliments. It is more mass appealing in nature, and in comparison to the original, it's night and day. It's not even the same ballpark of a scent. So if you love the original for the artisticness, this is not gonna be the one that you're gonna find anything similar to that in. Just go into this one with a little bit more open mind. You're gonna get a lot more wearable fragrance out of the new bat for sure, but it is pleasant. I do like it, and if I had the option, I would purchase this one. Next is the Dodo. This one is still very much that rich vegetal greenness. And for me, green fragrances are really, really tough, man. They're like my least favorite genre. And that's because to me, I just don't like green smell. I don't like vegetal smell. Herbal smells I can do, but pure green I can't. So this one would be like a hard pass for me because of how strong it comes across, a little touch of animalics, so some funkiness in here mixed with a green vegetal smell. This one for me is a definite pass. Would I still buy it to complete the collection? Absolutely, but I'll definitely be in no hurry to get it for sure. But yeah, not a big fan of the new Dodo. I much prefer the original because the original is much nicer, easier to wear. For me, it's just a more enjoyable fragrance altogether. So yeah, original Dodo all the way. Now on to the dry down of Deer Musk. Yeah, it smells very similar. So let me do this. Since it's a new fragrance, let me actually spray it on my hand. It's just nice. It almost has a calming, relaxing, kind of cold but comforting feeling to it. I like it. It's definitely a fragrance that puts you in a different mood than a lot of other fragrances would do. I can see myself wearing this fall time, winter time, springtime, mostly in the evening, nighttime, and just relaxing, maybe reading a book, maybe sitting outside, I don't know, doing something, just relaxing, I guess. But yeah, it is a really nice fragrance. Again, is it super mind-blowing as a zoologist fragrance? I would say not super mind-blowing. I wouldn't rank this in the top 5. It might make top 10, depends on how much I enjoy it in the next few days here. But off of first impression, I would say it may or may not make top 10. Definitely doesn't make top 5, but in terms of presentation, it's number 1, hands down, the best presentation of any zoologist fragrances. So yeah, that was it for all the zoologist fragrances. Thank you so much for watching. I did buy this with my own money, by the way. I forgot to say that it was not sent to me. And oh, if you tried any of these fragrances before, let me know down below what you think. And yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts. All right, guys, that's it for this video today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, bye.